So, hi guys, end of the month. Well, it's 2 days earlier, but I think I'm going to finish only one more book, and that's it for me. So, I've got some time to talk about it, so let's go. What did I purchase this week? Well, as you know, I said that I was trying to buy less books. Well, I did, but yet there are too many. I was trying to buy less than I read. Unfortunately, in the end, things got out of hand. So, last week, Papers Back from Hell, The Spirit by Thomas Page. This is a short compilation, not short, sorry, there are like Gary Hendricks wrote a novel called, or at least a biography or something like that, called Paperbacks from Hell, like in the 70s and the 80s. His favorites and most famous books. Then the company called Valacourt Press published a couple of books. There are like 15, probably less. And this is one of them. I purchased like for 5 years, but they are very expensive. This is the only one I got because each one is like 15 euros, 12 to 15 euros, and to me that's a lot expensive for a mass paperback novel. So, what more did I like? Okay, I finished 2 series I recently loved. Cthulhu Remorseless, this is the third one, and Cthulhu Resurgent, this is the second one. Both are by David Conyers. These are a novel of 3 series, so that's it. It's finished. I also finished the series The Other by Troy Young. This is the second one, called Book 2 and Book 3. Let's see, more. The Doom That Came to Dunwich by Richard A. Lupoff. This is a short story collection. Also the subject on genre of, we've got Tim Curran, Alien Horrors, and finally in the horror genre, this one, Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levine, one of the most famous horror movies that was done by by a novel. The guy, he wrote like The Boys from Brazil, I believe, and Stepford Wives. Stepford Wives. Then I purchased 3 novels in the same series. This is The Curse of Honor, Legend of the Five Rings by David Annandale. The Great Clans of Rokugan, a short story compilation, a novella, in this case, for novellas. And finally, Poison River by Sean Reynolds. This yesterday and today, I purchased 5 more. These 2 were like 15 years both. They were like 6 and 9. Ted Williams, Brothers of the Wind, short novel, and finally Isolate by Modestit. This is the new series he's writing. There are 2 novels now, and the third one is coming. I don't know how he can write so much. He's like 80 years old, still writing recluse novels and so on. So yeah, amazing. Finally, on the Warhammer stuff. Rogaldorn, Ctonia Reckoning, Renegades by Mike Brooks. Now, what did I read in the month of October? The month of October was a month of horror, as you probably know, and I started reading stuff on horror. One of which is not horror because it was like last month, but I want to finish, and it's called Recursion by Blake Crouch. I really like it. There are some things I didn't enjoy. Mainly, there was the novel was 400 pages, but unfortunately, he didn't really like. He was living all these lives. She is living all of these lives, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, imagine that you have to live again 40 years of your life or 30 years of your life to get to that point where everything can go wrong or not. So I don't know how to deal with that, but I don't think the writer gave it that much emphasis to it, and that distracted me a little, but it's okay. I love it. I give it 9 out of 10. That's cool. Then I finish Red Harvest by Star Wars, the zombie kind of stuff. It's a prequel of Death Troopers. I finish I don't know. Here it is. The Lush of Seething Hell, the first novella on this, called The Sea Dreams It Is the Sky. I didn't enjoy it. Give it 3 out of 10. I didn't enjoy it at all. I finished Frankenstein by Junji Ito. Pretty cool. Probably my least favorite yet. It's like 7 out of 10. My Best Friend Exorcist. Please, if you're trying to decide if you're going to watch the movie or read the book, please. The book, I gave it an 8 out of 10, but the movie, I gave it like a 2 out of 10. They completely destroyed the adaptation, to be honest. This is not an horror as well, but I was finished from last month. It's Poirot, Early Cases. Then Human-Shaped Feet. Pretty good story, probably one of the best in splatter western stuff. And then a couple of ones like The Slob. Grab it. The Slob. Pretty good. If there are a sequel, I'm gonna read it. Probably gonna get it more from this author, but not now. Grimweave by Tim Curran. Probably I was reading like 2 or 3 before from him, and I was not enjoying. I was a bit preoccupied that his newer stuff was not going to be good, but this one is okay. It's like 7 out of 10. Womb, pretty good. I'm going to buy it. If there is a sequel, I think there is. I'm going to buy it because I really enjoyed it. It's very disturbing, to say the least, but it's okay, of course. And the first one I read was The Accursed anthology within the Warhammer horror stuff. And finally, I finished today, so that's why it's not in this order. It's What October Brings by A Lovecraftian Celebration of Halloween. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 novels I finished, but I also read a couple of comics. One of them is 20,000 Centuries Under the Sea, a Cthulhu stuff or story. It's like 96 pages. Grimm Fairy Tales, Dream Eater Saga, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I enjoyed it, but I enjoy reading, but it's like in the end it's meh. It's okay. I enjoy more one of other Grimm fairy stuff called No Tomorrow. It's very good. And finally, in stuff of comics, the Evangeline, Devil in the Flesh, I didn't enjoy at all. I give it a 1 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I didn't enjoy it. But then I read this other one, Integral Tombs 1 3. It's a French comic stuff. Very grim. Very in the very sword and sorcery stuff. Naked people fighting. Very grim and very, very good. It reminds. Imagine if Conan was grimdark. It's just it. So that's 15, 17 novels I read, and I'm going to try to finish one in the next few days. And what I am reading as of this moment, let me show you. The first one is Roger Zelazny, A Night in the Lost October. I was reading one chapter per day because these 31 chapters, one for each day of the month. Unfortunately, I was feeling disconnected reading one. Sometimes it has a page, sometimes it has like 10, and I was feeling disconnected, so I stopped and then read like 5 days and so on. But I'm like on the 7th of October. I'm almost half of the final, and probably the one I'm going to finish is The Wicked by James Newman. I really enjoyed this one. I'm page 137 out of page 157 out of 300 and something. So yeah, probably this one. And finally I started, but I started in the beginning of, like in the middle of the month, but then I didn't want to continue. I went in one go, and it's The City by S.C. Mendes. So I'm going to finish one of them probably. So 18 novels I read. I purchased 28. Not a good month, but it's better, to be honest, comparing to previous ones. And next month I will be purchasing far less because I don't have any money. Yeah, so that's it for me. Thank you. Have a good Halloween, and have a great month of November in terms of reading. I didn't decide what I'm going to read. Probably I'm going to decide on Monday. I'm going on vacations next week, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to read on next week. I without a doubt, Warhammer, because Star Wars and Poirot. I want to finish Poirot this year, and the Star Wars is like one book per month, and I'm going to go back to Richard Lehman novels, but this was the first one I didn't read. Like I was been reading like for 5 or 6 months. I had one to read, small one. Unfortunately, yeah. I'm going to try to read a couple of more manga slash comics, just so because I enjoy them, to be honest, and they read like in between novels. You can read that and go back to your novel and so on. But one thing I'm going to try to do is not start like 5 to 7 novels at the same time, because that's not being that good. Then my goals. That's my goal. I've read so far this year. Sorry, not this month. This year, I believe that 140 novels, 41. My goal was 100, so that's good. I'm going to try to finish until the end of the year, like plus 15 to 20, probably more, but 150 is going to be my second goal. And what I think I'm going to talk in a different video. Sorry, I'm going to try to do something like I've got a lot of books and I've got to start reading them less than purchasing them, as you know, and my pile keeps getting higher and higher. So I have at this moment 2020, 1200. I have 3,400 novels on my TBR, paper novels. And then my goal will be, I'm going to try to read the next 8 years. That's until I'm 50. So in 8 years, I'm going to try to read at least, or trying to get to 1,200 novels. That's the books I really want to read. Of course, I'm going to buy more and so on, so the pile will go down eventually, but the goal is to read more, and read more than books I have and not purchase more. And I'm starting to make that descent, but it's hard. But I have to get some money saved. And as you know, nobody sends me anything. I never received a book from a publisher. I never received something like. But I'm not complaining, saying okay, I would like to, but yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is that all of my books are by my money, and we're talking about 5,300 novels I have. So that's, now imagine that each novel costs 10 euros, which it doesn't. That's 50,000 euros. I believe it's like around 70,000 euros. Now imagine that the minimum wage, for not at least these 4 years, but until now I earned around 300 to, then the price went up like to 600 to 700 per month. So as you know, as you can see, I spend a lot of money on books, and more than I can do it. So I'm going to stop, and I'm going to make some purchases on my Amazon and my book depository. I'm getting, as I said, Warhammer stuff now. I'm getting some series that I'm finishing and that I'm going to buy, and probably books that authors that I enjoyed, and then I'm going to purchase them. Besides that, yeah, finish Team Current series. I'm finishing buying all of them. There's like 3 or 4 to buy. I'm getting to keep even Legends of the Five Rings, and so on. So yeah, but undoubtedly going to less this month of November. I'm going to try to at most 5 to 7 novels. Yeah, big video, sorry for that. If you feel like talking about this stuff, this preoccupies, like you are like me, buying more than you can read, buying more than you can monetary need, or more than monetary, more spending more money on books that you shouldn't. You can talk with me, and I'm getting even to FOMO. I'm on board games. I already dropped most of the pledges I had, but yeah, it's hard. But one day at a time. Thank you. Have a nice day, and till next time, next week. Thank you.